Thank you. Everybody okay? Good to go? Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday, November 25th, 2025 Finance and Property Standing Committee public session. I'd like to welcome my colleagues, Trustee Michael Chen, Trustee Vice Chair Pamela McCarthy, Trustee Robert Kolosowski, and Trustee Cindy Liang, who are here in person. And online, I would like to welcome Trustee Melanie Wright and Trustee Jenny Chen sends her regrets. Trustees, remember to please raise your hand if you have any questions. Your name will be added to the speakers list and I will recognize you when it is your turn to speak. I would like to begin tonight's session with the land acknowledgement, and Trustee Michael Chen is going to read it for us. When you're ready, please.
Thank you, Chair. We affirm that we are all treaty people and acknowledge that the York Region District School Board is located on the land of two treaties. These treaties have been signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the First Nations of the Williams Treaties, who are the Mississaugas of Alderville, Curve Lake, Hiawatha, Scugog Island, and the Chippewas of Beausoleil, Rama, and Georgina Island, who is our closest neighbor and partner in education. To honor this agreement, we will take up our responsibilities to be respectful of their traditions, knowledge, and inherent rights as sovereign nations. We will respect their relationship with these lands and recognize that our connection to this land is through the continued relationship with these First Nations. And we acknowledge that our shared responsibility to respect and care for the land and waters for future generations.
Thank you very much, Trustee Chen. Moving along to approval of the agenda. Without objection, the agenda shall be adopted. Is there any opposition? And without objection, the agenda is approved. Thank you. Moving on to declaration of conflict of interest. If any member of the Finance and Property Standing Committee has a direct personal interest or direct or indirect pecuniary interest in any matter being discussed during the meeting, please state your conflict and the nature thereof. And hearing and seeing none, thank you. Moving on to approval of the minutes. The minutes of the October 28, 2025 Finance and Property Standing Committee public session have been distributed to all committee members. Are there any corrections to the minutes? As there are no corrections, the minutes are approved as presented. Moving on to information items, the 2026-2027 budget development process. We are at that again, wow. I would like to invite Associate Director Vidya Maharaj to speak to the first item. When you're ready, Associate Director Maharaj.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is an information report which outlines the preliminary timelines tracking to a June 30th, 2026 budget approval. The report includes a chart on Appendix A, which shows where the board will be approving the budget, where finance and planning will be receiving reports from staff, and the work that happens internally by department. And then Appendix B provides a high-level outline of reports that will be coming to F&P, and also provides where we plan on having public consultation in February and March with the annual budget survey and the public consultations, as well as presentations to our advisory committees. So happy to take any questions trustees may have.
Thank you very much, Associate Director Maharaj. Trustees, are there any questions regarding this report? Okay, I don't see or hear anything. Pretty straightforward, so thank you very much, Vidya. We will move on to information item number 2, construction projects, new elementary and secondary schools, and additions to schools. I would like to invite Senior Manager Gerard Paris to speak to the next item, and when you're ready, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair, and good evening, everyone. Please refer to Appendix A of the construction project report, which can be found on page 13 of your package. There has been one change since the last meeting. That would be the first project on the schedule. The Markville Addition contract was awarded and construction began on November 5th. And with that, there's no further updates to the schedule. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Gerard, any questions, trustees? Pretty quiet, okay. I don't see or hear anyone, so thank you very much for the report. Moving on to number 3, Milliken Go Transit-Oriented Community, City of Markham, Ward 8, and I would like to invite Manager Gilbert Look to speak to the next item. And Gilbert, when you're ready, go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So before you is a report on the Milliken Go Transit-Oriented Community, and just a quick background, the planning for the Milliken Center area in Markham began in 1987, so it's been quite a while, and through subsequent refinements, an elementary school site was designated in this area. So the Milliken Talk, or Transit-Oriented Community, proposes, it's a partnership between the City of Markham and the provincial IO and private developer. So important to note that talk communities are different than regular development applications, that they're being approved by the province and not the municipality. So it's to, intent is to deliver mixed-use communities and accelerate development. And the municipality doesn't approve it, the province does. So in Appendix B, you can see where the talk community is in the former Market Village lands, for those who know the area. And on Appendix A, you can see the elementary school site in Milliken Center. So they're proposing 5,500 units in 8 mixed-use buildings here. We have an elementary school site in Milliken Center, so we have no concerns. The substantive comments we did have to them was that there needs to be a pedestrian crossing over the railway, which is being studied right now. So we emphasize the importance of that for students to be able to go to the new Markham Milliken Center Elementary School once it develops, so that this community kids can walk over there. But happy to answer any questions trustees may have.
Thank you very much. Trustee McCarthy, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Chair. Through you, I'm just trying to understand, if you can help me, looking into the GO station, how does that affect us? Why would that affect us? I'm reading what's written here. I'm still not really understanding. Other than safety, is there any other implications? Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So they're proposing, think of it as a development application that we bring forward to trustees in terms of impacts to student accommodation. So this particular development, Milliken Talk, includes 5,500 units, and you're right, they're taking advantage of the GO station. So that's the transit-oriented community, but they're building 5,500 units, which will generate, as in the report, potentially 429 to 636 elementary students, and at secondary 220 to 235. So we're responding from a student accommodation perspective and where students will go to school. So hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. If I could add to that.
Go ahead.
If I could, through you, Madam Chair. The talk also increases the density. So it means there's more residences in these transit urban areas. So really, you're going to see a higher need for the schools. There's going to be more residences in the area, and that's really what the change is.
Right. Can I have a follow-up? So thank you. Thank you, Chair. Just a quick follow-up. Thank you. I understand that. I guess I was just thrown off because of the transit talk. So I understand how it fits together. If there's a lot of transit opportunity, it'll call more developers, et cetera. I get that. So I guess then the plan going forward is how are we going to accommodate all this influx? And that's your good work that you have to figure out, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other questions? I'm not seeing or hearing anything, so thank you very much, Gilbert, for the report. And moving on, wow, the date of the next Finance and Property Standing Committee public session is scheduled for December 16th, 2025. And at 7:11, this meeting is adjourned. Woo-hoo. Thank you. And reminder, private meeting to follow. Thank you.